I know you're used to seeing me demo guitar stuff, guitars and amps and pedals, etc., etc., etc. Well, this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm still showing you a musical instrument, but it's not exactly guitar related. It's not guitar related at all. It is a theremin. I've got the Stylophone Theremin here. I've had it in for quite a while. I got in on the pre-order for this way back when I lived on the surface before I was in orbit, and I finally have the time to film this thing and show you everything I know and don't know about it. The parts I don't know are, how to play a theremin musically, but I'm gonna have a ton of fun showing off the noise-making capabilities of this device. But before we get started, there's some people we have to thank. This is a Patreon-funded video. The Patreons made this all possible, all of this. So thank a Patreon down in the comment section, please. They need our thanks. I'm gonna be scrolling all their names at the end of the video. So let's get started. Tony.
What, Ryan?
Could you activate overhead camera 58 CHB?
Good choice, Ryan.
Thanks, Tony. There we go. Nice overhead shot. So anyways, first things first, we've got some controls on the side. This is the power and volume control switch. You just click it over and turn it up or turn it down. You know how that works, right? And you've also got a headphone output and you've got a main out with a 1/4" jack, which we will be using to run into the 2 Princeton's rig. Okay, here we go. Let's get noisy, right? You can hear there's a bit of static going on right now. I think that has something to do with this being a radio antenna operated instrument. I wasn't getting that much noise yesterday when I was prepping to film this. So something changed in the atmospheric conditions, solar flares, nebulas collapsing, supernovas, who knows? But on the antenna side of the theremin, I'm getting a lot of static right now. We can deal with it. This is 60 cycle hum, right? We're used to having some noise. So let's go over the controls so you can understand what's going on here, and then I'll just start showing off all the different ways you can make freaky, spacey noises with the Stylophone Theremin. So there are 2 sides to the switch and a middle position. On the left, you've got your classic theremin antenna. On the right side, you get this stuff down here, a triggered slider that gives you a range of low and high sounds. You can also dial that in with the pitch knob right here. Same thing for the antenna. You have a pitch control. I tend to leave the pitch all the way to the left on the antenna side because it seems like it limits the range. It cuts off your lows as you turn it up, and I want to leave the widest range possible when I'm messing around with a theremin. There's also a little knob right here to dial in, I think either the sensitivity or the bias. It's to tune the antenna. You don't touch that. You touch it when you change the batteries or when something else has changed. It's to dial in the sensitivity to allow it to cut off when you're not close to it. See, it's not going right there. There it is. That's where it starts. And that's what you dial in with that antenna knob. We've also got a waveform switch right here. So that is the sine. Here's the square. There is a vibrato switch because being able to do this or this isn't enough vibrato, right? I don't remember if that vibrato applies to the antenna because I think you'd want to do counter vibrato or have one note be still. Let's find out. No, it doesn't sound like it affects the antenna side. But you can make your own vibrato, right? There is also a modulation option right here. I think the first position, I think it's only active when the antenna is active. Yep. But I don't think it affects the antenna. It's very quirky. That is a quirky setting. On to the second position. Let's try it on sine. Yeah, it doesn't work on number one if you don't have the antenna active. There is a switch down here to turn this thing into an always-on drone. There's also a decay knob right here, which allows your trigger to ring out just a little bit longer. Turn it down again so you can hear. Nice stutter there, but you turn it up. That's about halfway. Take off the modulation, go to square. Turn that all the way up. I like that middle setting. Honestly, Stylophone could just release this slider as an instrument with the connected controls, and I'd be way into it. It's fun to have the traditional theremin attached, obviously, but I have a lot of fun with that. Now we'll get into the delay side. It has a full analog delay built in. You just switch it on. You've got level, time, and feedback. Let's turn that feedback up fairly high. The level high as well. And of course, like every other knob on this, twisting the time knob changes the pitch of the delay, like any good delay should. And it self-oscillates. doesn't like crazy out of control self-oscillate, but definitely enough to have some fun and get into trouble and build these big, spacious, freaky sorts of sounds. So that's all the controls. But as you can tell, there's a lot to mess around with there. It's gonna make you wish you had 4 or 5 arms. I know some of the viewers do have multiple appendages, at least more than people like us. People like me is what I mean. Homo sapiens from Earth. That's what I'm getting at. What a beautiful racket! Ah, this thing is so much fun. And it's got this vibe. It's got this look to it, you know? And it's not too expensive either. If you're into noise making, if you're into weird noises, if you're into spacey noises, spaceship landing noises and stuff like that, oh man, this is a treat. It's a plastic treat. And it looks good on a shelf. Back on Earth, we've been keeping this on a shelf in the family room, and it brings the whole room together. So anyways, you can also run this through pedals. If you can run it to an amp, you can run it into pedals, right? So let's set that up. If you've been staying up on the channel, then you know that this is the motherboard. This is my demo pedal board. I try to keep a collection of stuff on there that I think would be useful and you know, informative for guitar style demos. But let's see if any of this stuff plays well with the Stylophone Theremin here. First of all, something I like to do, especially when using the trigger, turn off the delay. We'll go to the sine for a very normal sound here. I like to tune it. It's tuner time, but this time we're tuning a theremin. You can keep your eye on my Peterson tuner right there. I'm gonna try to tune the left side of the slider to A. There we go, that's pretty stable. Let's see if it's on that A perfectly on the other side of the slider. No, it's a very sharp F. I don't think it's supposed to be the exact same note on the other side, but here is an A right there. Oh no, we want to be left of the A. So there we go. The line is landing right in between G sharp and A, which makes sense because I'm kind of off the slider over here. Similar sort of position. I just like to be able to quickly reference an actual note on one side or the other. All right, let's start having some fun. What should we start with? Spring reverb? Why not, right? Let's make it drip. Here's the Surfy Bear. Go for the full mix. Try it dirty. Square wave. Back back to cleanish. And back to sine. Let's throw on that vibrato again. Oh, I need to have that up. Sounds great with the reverb. I didn't even really show off the range of the time control on the delay, did I? I just made oscillation noises right off the bat. Nice gritty analog delay there. Yeah, with the time all the way up, you get that grit. I almost kind of wish I could plug a guitar into it and use that delay as a guitar delay. Yeah. All right. Let's go back to the pedal board here. What about like an octave setting from the Keeley Octasine? Oh, no wonder it's on a fifth right now. Let's put it low and high octaves. With some reverb from the Dark World. This is going to be kind of an ambient, shimmery sort of reverb where the shimmer modulates back and forth in between a low octave and a high octave. Let's try it with fuzz. Let's go nice and clean with it. Take off the vibrato. Just a standard sound here with a Big Muff Pi style fuzz from the Keeley. In the middle section, the two signals, the antenna is not able to overcome this to make it into the mix with the fuzz. There's some glitchiness going on in there. Throw on the delay. It's amazing how much control over pitch you have. There's so many different fun little expressive things to do. The time control, the pitch control, which I have dialed in to be my tuning right now. This thing, this thing, this thing. Oh, man. Oh, let's do the gravity well. This is a wave folder effect, usually found on synths, but Cosmodio Instruments turned it into a guitar pedal. Yeah! The tremolo side of the gravity well does some fun things with that. Yeah. What else? We've got a modulation here. Make sure everything's turned off over here that modulates. So I've got chorus right now. Or flange. There's a lot of different things on the Kernom ellipse. back into the spring reverb. And I've got a reverse delay coming from the A-Lab. A nice, light, tasteful overdrive from the 50-50. Maximum modulation. Ooh. Square wave. Oh, that sine wave had the sauce for the overdrive. I think the antenna circuit is interacting, and the way my arm is in proximity to the unit is changing the sound. You can tell I'm having a lot of fun here, right? Now the question is, am I able to play anything musical? So let's lay down a little guitar loop and see if I can jam over it with the theremin. Here we go, moment of truth. Am I gonna be able to do anything musical with this? With the antenna at least. I know I can with the slider, with the trigger down here. Kind of find the low A there. It's really hard to to find and hold a note. Yeah, that's tricky. Like, if you've ever spent any time with a theremin, you realize just how much skill is involved when someone plays them really, really well. Because just even getting started it's such minute little movements and adjustments to get specific notes and to get intervals of notes. To go from one note to another, it feels impossible. Jumped right into something nice there. Let's do some octave stuff. Some music there. There's a little tune, couple notes. I was having some fun. But oh man, just across the board, this thing is fun. It's the right size. It's a really cool look. It's got lots of knobs you can twist that make freaky sounds. There's a slider, there's switches and stuff. There's a button. There's an antenna that you can put in your mouth. Don't put it in your mouth. I know I put it in my mouth, but I'm a professional influencer. I'm licensed to do things like that. You're not. You don't have the training. But yeah, I love this thing. I've loved it ever since I first got it. I've had it for months and months now, and I bust it out at parties. It's a big hoot. Everyone loves it. If it's not out, people are like, where's the theremin? Where's the Stylophone Theremin? We want to play with that thing. We want to not touch it. We want to wave our hands around the antenna. And it's a ton of fun with pedals. Will you make music with it? I don't know, man. The antenna part is tricky. This part is a lot of fun, but it's still tricky too. It's like learning to play, slide guitar. This is harder than slide guitar though. The antenna is way harder than slide guitar. But I recommend it. I think this is a really fun product. It's a really fun theremin. I've messed with other theremins in the past. I had a little cheapie that it was one knob on and off sort of thing. And it was fun, but man, this thing is a lot of fun. So huge thanks for watching. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. Please thank the Patreons down in the comment section. They made all of this possible. So yeah, thank the Patreons. They're amazing. There's going to be a lot more Patreon content coming in the future, and the Patreons are going to get to have some behind the scenes peeks at what's going on around here. Also, if you don't want to pay any money, but you want to get notifications for when the videos launch on this channel, and you want to join the premiere chat where we all hang out and talk about the video as it's happening, or talk about life or whatever else is going on. I publish all the videos to Patreon. You can sign up without paying anything, just a free account, and you'll get email notifications when I launch videos. It's something to think about, something to help you keep updated with the channel if that's something that you're looking for. But other than that, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, just like leave me rude and nasty comments. Support us on Patreon. Buy a shirt if you're naked, and stay grounded. Tony,
What?
reduce set power to 15% and return full power to life support.
Life support restored.
Life support online.
Homeostasis imbalance detected.
How much time do I have left?
Soon, Ryan. Soon.
That's enough. That's enough. We got plenty of air.